other further ado, I would like to invite the first speaker, and this is Mr. Fabien Le Voyer, who is responsible for the implementation of the of the French national strategy. That was actually referred to in the welcoming address of Ambassador. The strategy, actually his part of the strategy is the economic part, I understand, and he works on the strategy in his capacity as Deputy National Coordinator. He assumed this function in January earlier this year, and he holds the Diploma in Artificial Intelligence at Sorbonne Center of Artificial Intelligence. I understand that he will address the main elements of the French AI national strategy and also the basic elements of the research program. So, Mr. Le Voyer, the floor is yours.
Thank you very much. Hello to everyone. As Mr. Kaiser just said before, I will also cover the presentation of Isabelle from INRIA, who is the national coordinator for the research program on artificial intelligence. So first, I will give a very short chronology on the national strategy of AI in France, then deep dive into the research component of the national strategy, and then give a snapshot of the second phase of our national strategy. So our national strategy was preceded by a report made by the Fields medalist and mathematician Cédric Villani, who was given a mission to make recommendations for the setting up of a national strategy in France. Following the publication of this report in March 2018, our national strategy was announced by President Macron in March 2018 with a total budget of 1.5 billion euros. The main priorities of this strategy were research and development, public transformation, and ethical AI, and at the time we had key priority sectors in environment, mobility, health, and security and defense. At the end of last year, in November 2021, a second phase of our national strategy was announced by our ministers in charge of digital affairs and research, with a total budget of 2.2 billion and strategic pillars on AI training, edge AI, trustworthy AI, and the dissemination of AI in the economy. This second phase was also issued to also be in line with the European Coordinated Plan, of which France and the Czech Republic are part, in order to share the different priorities and investments of that European strategy. And as it was mentioned before, our strategy, and especially the second phase of our strategy, is part of our investment plan, France 2030. So now to give you a little bit more, as I said, deep dive into the research component of our national strategy. It is coordinated by INRIA. So the main deliverables that we have been able to achieve in 4 years are the setting up of the 3 AI Institute, and I will touch upon this subject a little bit further in my presentation. The financing of 190 chairs, of which a majority of which is within the 3 AI Institutes, to fund 500 new PhD students per year, an HPC capacity, Jean Z, and I will develop a little bit further on that too, and more than 100 million calls, generic calls on artificial intelligence through our National Agency of Research. One of the main deliverables of the research strategy on AI, and it was also a key recommendation of the Villani report, is the setting up of the 3 AI Institutes. There are 3 objectives behind this initiative. The first one is to gather researchers from different schools, universities, and institutes together to constitute world-class renowned excellence centers on AI that are able to have significant breakthrough on AI and with regards AI publications, for example. The second objective is to create hubs for the training of students, entrepreneurs, engineers in artificial intelligence disciplines. And the third objective is to convey, to create synergies between industrial research and academic research. And this is embodied in the very format of the 3AI, which are public-private partnership with private investment also, as well as public investment. So there has been a selection process by an international jury in 2018, and 4 main projects have been selected. One in Grenoble-Alpes region, the MIAI 3AI Institutes, the 3 AI Côte d'Azur in the Nice region, one 3AI Institute in the Paris region comprised of notably PSL University and Dauphine University, and Isabelle here present will be able to give much more detail on the PRAIRIE 3AI Institutes, and one in Toulouse called ANITI. Today, after a few years of running, in a few figures, the 3AI Institutes have been able to develop 149 chairs. There are 563 researchers in those 4 3AI institutes, 168 industrial partners, and 1,471 AI publications. Now it's been 4 years since the launch of the 3AI institutes. They have been gaining weight and visibility. But there are also other actors that have emerged in France. So you can see on this map the 4 3AI institutes, which have been joined in this panorama of the research players of artificial intelligence in France with regards to research. 3 other institutes have joined that panorama. The Sky Institutes of Sorbonne Université, High Paris, which is an institute created by Institut Polytechnique and HEC, and the Saclay Hub with the Data IA Institute. And today we can see that through the national strategy there has been a funding of many different projects. You can see in the map on the right, the red dot is the chairs within the 3AI institutes. The blue dot, are the chairs that are funded in other universities, and the green dots are the PhD programs. This slide is to show that of all the funds that have been conveyed to the AI chairs, they have been able to fund numerous different work areas that cover very different scientific fields in artificial intelligence, such as audio speech, automatic language processing, optimization and statistics, big data, vision, image. And also when we look at the sectors of application, they are very diverse. The law, industry, physics, health, society. One important thing to notice is that the 3AI institutes, for example, they build upon the forces and the main the industrial forces of the regions in which they are implanted. Now, talking about infrastructures, as part of the national strategy, we finance also the supercalculator Janzé, which is located in the Paris region. It can peak at 36.85 petaflops, and it has been set up with a very open access approach. So today it is open to, it has opened its HPC capacity to a lot of projects of students, of entrepreneurs, of researchers, and we have more than 1,000 projects on the Janzé HPC capacity, of which more than 700 are specifically AI. To note one of those projects, for example, the Big Science project was a project developed by the company called Hugging Face. The objective was to train a multilingual model of more than 40 languages with 1,076 billion parameters. It took 4 or 5 months to train the model, and it will be in open access for all researchers and students. So this is a project that we have been able to finance through our HPC capacity. We can also count on some tools for the development of artificial intelligence. One of them is scikit-learn. Scikit-learn has been created and developed by INRIA for now a number of years. It is one of the main language programming it is one of the main machine learning software in the world that is now used all across the world by companies and research and students. And that's something that we will be investing in the second phase of the national strategy, and also another program called Deep Green, which is a platform to embed deep learning algorithms on chips on a wide range of hardware components. Now, a last slide. So there is a lot of information on that slide, but I'll give a brief summary of the second phase of our national strategy. The first phase was mainly dedicated to research. A vast majority of funding was dedicated to the chairs and the 3 AI institutes. And 4 years after the launch of our national strategy, we considered that today AI is a mature technology and that we should also focus on the spreading of that technology and how we can encourage and accelerate its uptake within companies and territories. So we have been looking at the time of the construction of this second phase of what are the key technological developments, what are the key technologies that companies will need to integrate by 2013 to be competitive at international level. And this is particularly the case of Edge AI and Trustworthy AI. On Edge AI, the objective is to accompany, to push the companies to integrate those technologies. We see that there is an evolution in the way we use artificial intelligence, and that it will be transferred from today massively use of AI on the cloud to use of AI on the chip. So the idea behind this pillar is to first invest in research, in transfer, and this is especially on specific chips that are advanced chips for the development of Edge AI, but also to be able to encourage companies to disseminate and to integrate into their production processes software and hardware solutions of Edge AI. The second pillar is about Trustworthy AI. So one of the objectives is to anticipate the application of the AI Act, and I would like to welcome the great work of the Czech presidency on this very important legislative file, following the French presidency on that legal instrument. The second objective in this pillar is to provide tools for companies to integrate trustworthy AI solutions. And this is done, for example, through a program, and I'll just give maybe 1 or 2 examples, but we have been launching in France a breakthrough innovation program of a platform that gathers tools to be able to, for a company to be able to certify that its AI system is secure, certify, and this is very important when we talk about safety critical AI systems, for example, in automotive or aeronautics industry. That's also one pillar in which we will have testing and experimentation platforms on a wide range of economic sectors such as health, agri-food, manufacturing, and that's something that is also shared with the European Coordinated Plan because it's one of the main deliverables of the Coordinated Plan. Then there is a pillar on training, as it has been said previously. This is a very important political priority for France. So we are investing 700 million euros dedicated to this topic. The objective is twofold. First is to give substantive financing for reference centers that already exist today in France and to be able for them to have some world-class visibility and be able to attract students all around the globe. And the other objective is to massify the offers of training all across the territory, in every school, in every university. And the objective here is very large. It's not only financing engineers, but it's also financing some short diplomas, technical trainings, PhDs. It's also about reskilling and upskilling, and it's also about raising awareness, and especially for girls to go to AI training. And then we have a last pillar on spreading AI into the economy. And in this pillar, we have numerous devices, such as, for example, a plan to help SMEs integrate AI solutions within their processes, or a device to fund AI infrastructures for territories on smart grids, energy, mobility, and I would stop there for my presentation. Thank you very much.